This is a Notebook LM Masterclass. We are going to explore the underrated tool, maybe the most underrated AI tool out there in the market. And don't skip this video because we are going to break down every single thing, including the new features that Notebook LM recently got. And without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Perfect. So this is how exactly the Notebook LM interface looks like. Okay. So whichever you are seeing, so you just need to search notebook lm.google so that this is the interface that will be visible to you guys. So I'll explain you everything in detail from the starting itself. So you can create your own notebook using create a new, or else you can also click create a new notebook. So two ways you can create. Before we actually create a notebook or me explaining how exactly you can utilize notebook lm, I'll just tell you the use cases of the notebook lm so that you'll understand better. Okay. So this is the most underrated AI tool available in the market right now in 2026. People only know the 10% of this tool, but they think this is some useless tool because they just know the 10% of the use cases of the notebook LM, and they don't know how to make most out of this AI model which was created by Google team. So they don't know how exactly they can utilize this notebook LM tool, but they simply say that ChatGPT is actually better than this particular AI tool, and they just stick to ChatGPT. But something that I wanted to tell you guys is that the main difference between the ChatGPT and notebook LM is that in ChatGPT, it will be giving you the output based on the data, all the data that it has. It compares everything and it gives you the output based on the input that you are giving it. So you don't know from where the output actually it retrieved, or it actually crawled the information. You don't have any idea. It might get from the it own database, or it might get from the internet, or maybe from the other sources. But whereas in notebook LM, it will actually produce you the output from the resources or the sources that you provide. So whatever the documents that you upload to the notebook LM, it actually use them as a main data set to give you the output. Okay, it won't go beyond the document, so that most important thing, hallucination decreases. Because whereas in chat gpt it usually predicts us the output and it gives us the output, but in notebook lm, so there are very less chances to hallucinate, so that whatever the output it actually produces, it is actually will be relating to us what exactly we are looking for, because all the output will be retrieved or taken from the sources that we provide to the model. So if we provide a couple of documents, so it actually gets the information from those documents. It won't do some web search and get us the documents. So I'll be showing you how exactly it works so that you'll be getting the better idea. Okay. So these are some documents that I have created using Notebook LM. Previously, as I said, I use Notebook LM to create my YouTube videos, because I dump all my competitor YouTube videos and I'll ask the model to analyze and understand the patterns so that it can give me the best analogies and also examples, and also it will create me the content which I actually can use them to create a YouTube video. Okay, so that whatever the data that I provide in terms of sources, it will be using them and it will be giving me the output, so that the hallucination chances will be decreased within it. Okay, so you will be getting a four to five different options to upload the or give the model about the information. Okay, so first thing that you can do, upload files. So you can upload the files from your device. You need not to think much. You can upload Word document, you can upload Excel sheets, you can upload PDFs and other documents as possible. So now let me post a few of my research papers. So these are my research papers, okay, about AI. I am uploading about foundation to LLM models, tokens, and why large language models hallucinate. So this is related to the LLM models. So once I click on open, so all the PDFs will become sources. Okay, so sources, it means, as I said, so it will be become the primary data set which Notebook LM will be using to produce as the output. Okay, so whatever the output that we will be getting based on the questions that we are asking, LLM model will be getting us the information from this particular sources which we upload. Okay, so now the sources are getting uploaded to the model. So now the tokens PDF got uploaded, while large language models hallucinate, that also got uploaded. And now we can also upload. So this is one option to upload. So the second option that we can actually upload, we can upload the websites. Okay, we can upload the websites, we can upload the YouTube videos. So let me show you something. I'll go to YouTube. Prompting techniques. Okay, so I'll just add a filter so that I'll get the most this month most recently post videos. What I'll do is I'll copy the URL. Okay, share the URL. I'll be clicking the copy URL. What I'll do it right now is I'll paste the URL here and I'll click on insert. Now that particular video will become a source to give us the output. Now it has everything about which was discussed in that specific video. Whatever the trainer or the particular creator got actually discussed in that specific video. So everything, anything that they discussed will be coming as a source for us. Like it will be transcribed in the complete data, and which will be used as a source for us. Okay, so that is one thing that we can actually do. And other thing, we can also pull the documents which were there in our drive, Google Drive. We can pull from the Google Drive. We can just select a file from the Google Drive. So it we can also convert them into a source. And the other thing, we can actually copy paste the content. What I'll do is, because I don't have any content right now, I'll just copy this content and I'll click on source and copy text. Now I'll paste a similar kind of a content, but I'll click on insert. Now all this content will also become a source to give us the output. Okay, so sources, chat, and studio. These are the three categories that we will be discussing one after another. So let's focus on the left side first. Okay, let me go back again. Okay, so these are five sources that we actually uploaded to the model. Whatever the question that we ask, so it will be producing us the output. But sometimes, not every time, sometimes it is very difficult for us to find these sources from the internet. Okay, or to get the relevant information. And it is quite difficult for us to find the sources to feed the model. So recently, the recent updation or the recent updation that Notebook LM got, they added the deep research model. So you guys already know how does the deep research works. There are two different options. One is the fast research and other is the deep research. So we can select any one of them. So I'll click on fast research and I'll ask of the proteins which are created by IIT and also check the research house as well. So this is okay. So I'll click on enter. What happens is, behalf of us, it will actually get the sources which we are actually looking for. So based on the prompt that I gave the model, so it will be searching from the internet and it will be getting us the information. So that's what it actually will be doing. It says that the fast research actually completed view. So these are a few sources that it actually got. Effective prompts for AI, the essential of MIT solutions, prompt engineering, IIT Delhi lecture, supply chain management plus data plus AI, IIT Madras, how triple IT HS research is driving innovation, prompting. So it got information from NITs, IITs, Bombay, IT, NIT, Warangal. So it got 10 sources. Okay, 10 sources. So we can actually check box and uncheck few things that are not actually relevant to us. So supply chain management data, it is not relevant to us. So I'm unchecking it. And large language models for NLP evaluation, this is not actually I'm looking for. Having LLM advanced enough, I don't think so it is required. This is not aligning with what I'm looking for. Beta computer science engineering, NIT Warangal, syllabus coverage, prompting, designing. Okay. So I selected only 6 resources from the sources that it actually got. So now I can click on import. So now all the 6 sources will become whatever it researched and it got us, they will be converted into sources. Now they will be helping us to produce as the output. So this is one way that we can actually do, which was a recent update. Okay, so and at a time in a single notebook you can add up to 50 different sources. So right now I might have added around 10 to 11, maybe 10 sources I have added, 11 sources. I believe one is getting uploaded. So 11 sources I have uploaded. See if you can see here, 10 sources. If it is completed, it becomes 11. So I have added 11 resources to give me the output, to get me the output. Okay, now I'm not going to do anything. So this is about the left side part. Okay, and you can also pull information from the web search, and you can also pull information from your Google Drive. You can search here, so that it will be going to your Google Drive, and it will retrieve the information from the Google Drive. So that is also one option that you can actually try it. And all the sources that we uploaded became the official sources in Notebook LM. Okay, so they become the sources. And next thing, we can whatever the questions that we have, we can ask here. We can be doing not just one. Everyone just upload the sources like this, and they just type whatever they want. What is prompting? So now it will be checking all the 11 sources that we provided, and it gets us the output. Okay, so that this is how actually everyone will be doing. But something most of the people actually miss is that this particular block called, you can customize how your output should be. So if you can see, you can create a learning default mode. You can also custom how exactly you want your model to create the answer. So now you can exactly tell the model how you want the your output should be. So now whatever the output it generates, it will take the instruction from here, it will generate as the output. So you can also choose your response length, default, longer, shorter. I prefer shorter. So I tell that I want you to give me the output. Okay, give me the output like you are explaining a BTech, BTech first year student who is not having any knowledge. Okay, and make sure you always come up with example to explain me the topic. Okay, so I created a vague prompt. Other option that we can do now, we can copy this prompt. We can go to Chat GPT, our own Chat GPT, explore GPTs. Whereas explore GPTs prompt engineer, I pasted the same prompt that I created. So improve this particular prompt to use it in a notebook and custom configuration, so that it will generate a perfect output. Improve this particular prompt, understand how notebook will understand the configuration model to generate the output. That GPT will give me the output, give me the perfect prompt that I can actually use it and give it to the model. So now it generates me a perfect prompt so that I can add. You are an AI expert AI tutor explaining me the concept to BTech first year student. So breakdown is a simple explanation, step by step breakdown, short summary, keep explanation clear, engage with the beginner friendly. So it generated me the output prompt. Sorry. So now I'll copy the prompt. I'll go back, and what I'll do, I'll just paste the prompt here. I'll 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 skip this. So I'll click on save. So if you see here, it just I asked what is prompting. Prompting is a simple method providing AI system such as large language model with a specific input instructions, and the detailed elaboration it gave is. Now what I'll do is, I'll ask once again, what is prompting? Now let's see if there is a chance in the specific output or not. Reading the input, scanning the sources, reading the pages, and then scanning the sources, and then it generates as the output. So this is one way that we can actually do. And something which we can also do is that we can uncheck the boxes if we think that specific information is not actually aligning with what we are looking for. So if we think we are not looking for prompting techniques, we can uncheck these particular blocks, so that the next time, if you see over here, it become 10 sources now. If I click on checkbox, now it will become 11 sources here if you see. So based on the, you can just check or uncheck the boxes. So based on your checking and unchecking, it will select the information from that particular source, and it produces the output. Now see the difference between what is prompting and blah 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 blah. It explained everything, and it gave me a different thing. So now prompting is a way we communicate with artificial intelligence systems. It is a method of giving AI specific input or instruction. So now see the difference is, prompting is a method providing AI systems such as large language models with the specific inputs and instructions. So it gave me a simple explanation, step by step breakdown, give an instruction, provide context, the AI predicts, building on conversation, example, short summary. So now, whatever the question that we ask the model, it actually produces the output based on the prompt that we actually added in this particular custom config chat. So that whatever the output that we ask from now on, it will be very customized and also personalized based on requirement. From the next time, you need not to you need not to type a long prompt to get an output from the model from the notebook LM. So you just need to ask what exactly you wanted, because you already defined what you wanted in a right way, so that whatever the output it gets, it will be suiting and it will be perfect on dot exactly what you are looking for. That this is something that you can actually do with notebook LM. The next thing, studio. Okay, this studio option actually allows you to generate a podcast using the sources that you provided. Whatever the sources that you provided, it will take them as a reference and it will provide as the perfect a podcast kind of a thing, which can help us to understand the concepts. Okay, it can produce the slide decks, like from the sources, only from the sources, like a presentation. Video overview, it will create a video overview and explain you the concepts. It will create the mind maps which will help you to understand timelines and stuff, from where exactly what came. It can generate you the reports, it can generate you the flashcards, it can generate you quiz, it can generate you the infographics, and it can generate you the data tables. Whoever knows about notebook LM, they usually use this particular options. But something they actually miss when they are using notebook LM is that selecting the perfect resources. Okay, perfect sources, whatever it is. So now what I'll do is I'll just go with the sources that I actually uploaded to the model, and I'll just uncheck the remaining sources, so that it will give us the output in a very lesser time. Okay, so LLM model works. Okay, I'm only selecting 4 sources to generate it, so that it actually takes a lot of time. If you are giving 20-30 resources or 40-50 resources, it will at least take 10 to 15 minutes of time to generate something. Okay, so what usually most of the people will be doing is that they'll just click on audio. So now what happens is, once the moment when you click on audio, it will generate the audio overview for the complete sources. Or it will generate audio overview. It is a kind of a podcast it will be generating, which will be helping you to listen about the concepts, and you can also join in that particular uh, conversation as well if you wanted. So this is some basic, very very basic people will be doing. But for you guys, I will be telling you a new feature that recently got added into notebook LM, is that the edit custom option. Whereas in this custom option, customize audio overview. So you can customize how actually you want the audio overview to be. So something like you deep dive, brief, critique, debate. So you can select whichever the format that you wanted. So based on your selection, the podcast or the audio overview it is actually generating will be aligning with it. If I select debate, it will be debating. Let's go with the debate. And what should AI host focus on the episode? Now what I'll do, I'll go to chat GPT. So I'll prompt the model, I want you to create a prompt to help me give it to the notebook LM audio overview custom option. I want them to debate about ChatGPT hallucination, and gives us the, like, all the LLM model hallucinates and gives us the output almost all the time if we're not giving the right input. And one person should talk about it is hallucinating, some person, other person should defend it. Okay, so this is what I'm actually looking into the prompt. What I did was I actually gave the model, told the model about I wanted to you to create a prompt to give it to the notebook LM audio overview custom option. I have selected a debate option and about the hallucinations, and I wanted to discuss about the hallucinations. So I just give it a small description about the prompt. It actually generated the prompt. So usually just read the prompt. Everything is aligning with you or not. One speaker should be talking uh, defending it, and the other speaker is talking offensive, and the introduction debate section, speaker one, speaker two, how actually the response should be. I just created a detailed prompt. Well, now what I'll do, I'll just copy this particular prompt. I'll go to notebook LM and I'll paste the prompt. So I'll click on generate. So now what happens is, now the audio overview it actually generating will align with what I'm actually expecting. Initially it used to generate a kind of an output which is not aligned with the users input. Maybe user wants every time when we click on audio overview, like first time when we did. So what it will do is it will generate some random audio overview which might or might not align what we are working for or what we are looking for. So when this custom option came, we just need to give the initial prompt very in detailly, so that whatever the audio overview it is actually generating will be aligning with what we are looking for. So this is something that most of the people will be missing. So that is what we have covered now. So that is about audio overview feature. Okay, so and I'll also click on video generation, right? Video explaining, cinematic, explainer, brief. So we have different options. Cinematic if we select, or explainer. So we have a custom things. We can select the visual styles. We can also create a prompt to create a video overview as well. So now what I'll do, I'll go to my friend ChatGPT prompt maker. So I'll give a prompt. Now I want to create an overview with the same sources and same thing I wanted to kind of a debate in, and it should explain like me a beginner who is actually learning the prompting. It's just a small prompt because it already have all the information that I'm actually looking forward for. So now it will be generating me a custom prompt which can help me to copy it and paste it in Notebook LM, so that whatever the output it is actually generating in the form of video will be aligning with what exactly I'm looking for. So it generated me a complete prompt, and so now I will be copying the prompt. I'll go to Notebook LM. I'll just paste the prompt which I have selected from ChatGPT prompt maker, and I'll click on generate. So now it will also generate me the video as well. So this is something that is will be aligning with what exactly we are looking for. So that's exactly we can do. So it takes some time. It will take hardly 5 to 10 minutes of time to get and generate as the perfect video and also the audio overview. So before that, I'll just go through the next thing. Uh, Mind maps. So we can also generate the mind maps using a Notebook LM. Mind maps are something that it will be easy for you to understand the concepts. So I'll just show you. It already converted the mind maps because it is a simple thing. So advanced AI writing and training techniques. So this is the main concept that it actually taken. So human AI writing hallucinations. Once we click on that, checking the critics, context engineering, narrative physics, and layering LLM models. So when you are learning any concept, so when you wanted to remember about the side headings and stuff, kind of mind maps will help you to understand the concept very easily. You can remember for the long time. So once I click on the context engineering, so it will be giving me the uh, different topics about in it. Okay, clustered information, summarization, document, and token limits. So if we wanted to know about any specific topic here, so once we click on this particular clustered information, so now it will do is discuss what is the source says about clustered information in the large context and context of engineering. Okay, so now it created a prompt and it sent Notebook LM model, and now it will be generating me the output based on the question that I asked. Simple explanation, breakdown, maybe step by step breakdown, step one, step two, step three, example. If you remember, it also generated the short summary as well. If you remember, initially when we have customed and told the model this is how exactly I want the prompt output. So whenever we input the model, whenever we ask something, it always generates us the way that we asked it to generate. So now it creates the complete this description and explanation, breakdown, and the step by step knowledge and the short summary as well about this particular concept. So if you have any kind of a doubt, so you can just click on it. Summarization of the documents. Now I'll click on token limits. So once I click on token limits, now it will be explaining me about the token limits. If you wanted to go back, you just need to click on this particular arrows. So it will expand and you will be coming back here. So likewise, you can click on this arrow, it will go back. And if you're clicking here, it will go back again. And if you wanted to know about SS token framework, so you need to click on this self-modulated selection. If you click on this, it will be getting multiple options. So if you wanted to know history versus current loss, it will generate us it will get us the output. So this is how actually you can use this particular option called mind maps and create a mind map which can help you to understand the concepts in a less time. So that is how actually you can make most out of mind map. So that's how actually you can use it. And something that you can, if you click on here, it will be closed. Okay, so whatever the things that are there, whatever the things that you have actually created will be creating, it will be here. So infographics. So it will generate a kind of infographic, and we can also add the custom thing if you wanted how you want it in. So I'm not giving the prompt at this moment because we already experienced multiple times. So now what I'll do is I'll just select this bricks one, and I'll click on generate. So now it will be generating the infographics. Okay, it will generate the infographics. It might take some time, but it will generate a beautiful poster that is actually aligning with what is the concept is all about, explaining, touching every concept that were there in the sources. It will be generating as the perfect and well structured output. Okay, so it is actually takes some bit of extra time because the sources are more. That is the reason it might be taking more time to get us the output, maybe. And so in the meantime, let's go with the next thing, reports. So you can also create your own report, briefing the documents, and you can add your custom prompt as well, so that you can actually generate blog, study guide, briefing document, and create your own thing that actually you wanted to create. So if you wanted to write a blog about couple of research papers, so you just need to dump all the resources into here, and you click on create an insightful blog. So now it will be generating the insightful blog here, and blog where it went, generating video overview, architecture, infographics, yeah, generating the report. So it will be creating a LinkedIn blog that we can actually use it, or an article kind of a thing, understanding all the sources. As I said before as well, it will be actually getting us the output based on whatever the sources that we provide. It won't hallucinate and gets us the output. It will be getting us the output only based on the inputs that we actually provided the model. Okay, so this is something that is very important that we should know about. And the next thing is about quizzes. We can also create the quizzes as well, and uh, create quiz for second year second year BTech student. So I'll click on easy, difficult. I'll click on hard, difficult. We can select whichever the level we wanted. We'll go with medium default, and we'll click on generate. Now it will also generating the quiz. It will generate the quiz. And building the worth infographics were actually created with the four sources. We'll go to that. Okay, next is the flashcards. So flashcard is something that we can actually create different. It will create an info, like kind of a question and answers it will be generating. I'll be showing you that exactly works. So I'm just clicking on the create option, so that meantime it will be creating, so that I'll explain you the remaining concept. So we miss this particular option of generate AI slide deck. So it will generate a presentation. Okay, we can actually create a custom thing for it. So I'll go to chat gpt. I'll create a prompt in a way that I wanted to create a presentation using notebook LM with the sources that I have uploaded to it, and I'm using the custom option to generate the PDF, presentation, and make sure before the prompt that you create is actually aligning from the basic people. I wanted to present this particular presentation to my friends and during my presentation ceremony in the college. Now I told the model to create a prompt, well structured prompt, so that I can just copy that and paste it in the notebook LM, so that it will generate a presentation that is actually aligning with what exactly I'm expecting. So this is exactly a detailed prompt, because whichever the context that I gave, so it might be taking the reference from the before prompts as well, so that it work will be easier to generate as me the prompt. So now what I'll do is I'll copy the prompt from here. I'll go to notebook LM, and I'll paste the prompt here. Okay, I'll just now I'll click on generate. So now it will create me a presentation. I did not to do anything. So it will create me a presentation. Our work is almost ready. We'll go through one after another, so that you'll understand it in a better way. Okay. So we created audio overview, slide decks, video overview, mind maps. We created reports. We created flashcards is done. Quiz is done. Infographics is done. Data table is also done. Let's just explore. I'm not giving a custom prompt to it. It will generate a data table about from where it started, where it got evolved, everything in detail. It will be generating as the data at table mode. Okay. So our options is already done. So let's start with something first. Around 19 minutes of video. Okay, it generated 19 minutes of audio overview, which will be helping us explaining the concepts. Okay. So now I'll click on interactive so that I can join myself into it. So if you click on play the audio, it will start playing the audio.
Welcome to a new deep dive. Usually when you interact with a machine, you expect this sort of rigid, unyielding honesty. Like you type 2 plus 2 into a calculator and you get 4.
Right, yeah. The calculator doesn't guess. It's a completely deterministic process.
So something that we can actually do is I just clicked on hold. We can also join to the talk as well. So I'll tell you, it is actually they are actually starting with the introduction part. What I'll do is
Exactly.
I'll
There's
click on
zero.
Oh,
join.
hey, our listener wants to join in. What's up?
Hey guys, I believe. Hey guys, I believe that you guys are having a good time, but I want you to jump directly to the main concept. I don't have much time. Just jump into the actual main concept. Why AI hallucinates?
That is a great question.
We absolutely love it when you jump in like that.
And we can totally fast track this.
We were just setting the stage, so let's jump right into the core concept of why this is happening.
Here's the main idea, what the research paper calls the foundational mechanics of the problem.
The core reason LLMs hallucinate comes down to the math they are built on.
When a large language model is first created during its pre-training phase, it's doing one job.
It's called density estimation.
It is trying to map the
So now these two people will be discussing about the sources, whatever we have provided. And there's an option called join, and we can ask a
statistical
question as well.
distribution
I'll
of
click
all
on join.
human language. Oh, yeah,
Yeah. I know you guys are having some good conversation, but I have a quick question. So, in your opinion, and based on the sources that you guys have gone through, what is the probability of AI hallucinates when the prompt is not clear?
That is a massive question.
and a really important one.
You're asking about the direct link between prompt quality and the likelihood of hallucination.
If the prompt is arbitrary or unclear, the model's probability of hallucinations definitely increases.
We don't have a precise numerical probability, like 37.5%, because that depends on the specific model and the data.
But we can explain the statistical mechanics that raise that.
So this is how actually whatever the questions you have, you can just ask the model so that they will explain you in detail. So you can also generate them in a multi-language as well. You will be getting an option to generate an audio overview in Telugu as well. If I click on Telugu, now click on generate. Now the audio overview will be generated within Telugu language. Now let it generate it in a Telugu language. So I believe that you are getting what I'm trying to convey you guys. Okay. So you actually completed a block. Let's see what kind of a block that it actually created. Why your AI is professionally bluffing student and how to fix it. So this is a kind of hook pattern breaker, so which will make the people to stop and read your particular article or the blog that you wrote. So now you can just read out everything that was there in this particular blog, and you can copy this and you can paste that in your LinkedIn, and you can add some good image, and you can post that blog as well. So something that we already generated infographic image. So let's check that as well, so that you will be getting something to post it. Okay. Where is that infographics? So you can just use particular image, and you can upload the image into your blog, building the truth AI from hallucination roots cause to the smart token selection. We selected some bricks, right? So it selected as a bricks as a theme, and it created the content around it, and it created it in a good way, so which we can actually use it. So to highlight it, it used a yellow color so that the words will get highlighted. So that's what supervised and supervised tokens and unsupervised tokens may be. So it created a good infographic clip uh, thing, and we can just copy this, or we can save this image to a system, so that it will be get saved into a system, and we can post this into as a blog to our LinkedIn page or our blog page, whichever the place that we wanted to. So that's how actually you guys can create blogs and stuff. And second thing, I actually wanted to talk about the debate thing, which we didn't actually discussed. We just talked about the other one which we have created for the very first time, but the second time we added a custom prompt, right? So this is what the custom prompt is all about. Okay.
Welcome to the debate. When your GPS guides you directly into a swamp, you don't stand in the mud and blame the satellites orbiting in space.
So this is an audio overview that we can
into
actually
it.
use and
They
listen
can't
to that when we are doing any kind of a work. We can listen to that audio overview, and so that will help you to understand the concepts, the core concepts of it. Okay, so it will take very less time and it will generate the perfect audio overview that can help you. The next thing, video overview. We have selected a video overview, right? Let me play the video as well. So I don't know how much video it has generated. 1 minute video. Okay. 4 minutes video generated. AI hallucinations and prompts.
so weird. Right. That actually has a name. It's called an AI
Yes.
hallucination. It's one of the biggest frustrating side of it. Okay, so I've been messing around with these AI tools, and sometimes they just give me answers that are completely made up. It's so weird. Right. That actually has a name. It's called an AI hallucination. It's one of the biggest challenges with this tech and something we really need to get our heads around. Wait, so it's not just that it gets a fact wrong once, it'll just confidently make up different wrong answers every time you ask?
Exactly. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to demystify this weird ghost in the machine.
I don't get it. It feels like it's trying to trick me. But that can't be right, can it? It's not really about lying. It's all about how these AIs are taught to
Change that one thing. It's a much more precise way to edit and keeps it from.
So this is how actually you can generate a video overview, which will the concept will be explained to you in a way to make you understand the complete concepts in 4 minutes. Whatever the sources that you provide, it will go through the all the sources and it gives you the output, which actually helps you. Okay. So now something very important. We completed our presentation. Let's check how the presentation is exactly looking like. So it created around how many slides? Around 5 to 7 slides it created, and it took the relevant images and it articulated completely differently. So the way that we actually wanted our presentation should be. So the presentation looks good, the elements are interesting, and the way that it created, designed the complete presentation looks fantastic, what I believe. And you can also create a similar kind of presentation just using a single kind of a prompt if you wanted it to be very personalized. This is how exactly you can make most out of notebook lm and learn things. So I have showed everything possible using that you can do using Notebook LM, and I believe that you learned something out of this particular masterclass. And if you have any doubts, please do comment down so that I'll help you answering all the questions, and share this reel with some of the friends who need to know this. And thank you so much once again for watching. And don't forget to subscribe if you think this video added a value to you and you learned something out of this session. So thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next video.